Hello folks, Hal Kai here again with North American Trucking Alerts. The reason I'm here to talk to you today is about the ATA's efforts, ongoing efforts, and push to put Denham Amendment language into the FAA bill and also the THUD bill. We've been after you, trying to encourage you here the past couple of months to contact your state representatives about this and demand that this language not be put in to any transportation bills whatsoever, any bills whatsoever. For those of you that remember, in 2015 we did a call to action, and also OIDA was a part of that call to action, to get your attention to contact your state representatives and put an end to this amendment that Jeff Denham put together back then. And the purpose of that amendment is basically to prevent you from being paid for the additional work that you do. You know, besides driving the truck from point A to point B. Traditionally, yes, truck drivers have been paid for years by the mile for the most part, with the exception of owner-operators and union-type drivers. Well, a number of states around the country have laws in place to protect you while you're working in their states. And it doesn't matter where you come from, what state you come from, where your load came from. If you're going into their state to deliver a load or pick up a load, and you have to do work on that truck, on that load during that process, you're supposed to be paid for that according to those states' laws. Now, in the Denham Amendment, as it was first written and is still in the wording that the ATA is trying to put into this year's bills that they're trying to push for, it states very clearly that no state shall make any law concerning the pay of an outside employee. That's not the exact wording, but it's pretty darn close. Donna and Alan Smith are two people that I've worked with before, and I still do. I've been a little out of the loop on things here for a while, but Donna works hard. She works tirelessly keeping an eye on this stuff, and so do a few other people. And they've been watching the ATA very heavily. They've been watching amendments being processed and put through up in D.C. in order to try and keep an eye out for stuff like this. Basically, the Denham Amendment, the way it's worded, if it gets passed into law, it will be a federal law where no state will be able to write a law that will protect you and ensure that you are paid for the work you do in their boundaries, and that you only get paid for the miles that you run. Most of y'all already know this, that when you go to work for some of these companies, you're paid by the mile, and a lot of times your dispatcher or somebody else in the office is going to say, well, we pay you so much by the mile, that covers the extra work that you do. That's just a part of the job. Well, that's a bunch of poppycock. If you're paid by the mile, that means you only get paid when you're moving, period. You're not getting paid when you're sitting still and you're having to face detention and layover time that in many cases you won't get paid for. Companies won't pay you for it. There are very few that will compensate you on that. But I mean, outside of that, you're expected, and the ATA and its members expect you to just do the job and not complain about it. It's your right to fight for this, and actually it's kind of your responsibility, but we all share it in the long run. It's very important that you look into this. I'm sure that Donna and Alan will be adding some things in the comment section below this post, so that way you see what's going on, what the wording is in the Denham Amendment. The phone number will be posted. I'm sorry I'm not doing it myself. This is all being done on the phone right now. But Les Willis, who is an owner-operator and driver, he's another individual that's been pushing for this, and he's been getting some positive response from his state lawmakers. My other concern on this is that not only your state congressman and senator should be contacted, but maybe you should even contact your governor's office and your state legislator's office. These are the people that make the laws, and within the boundaries of your state, they should be notified as well about this, because if they're not aware of this, then they should be, and they should be banging on their respective congressmen and senators that are within their states, because some states have more than just one of each. They should be banging on the doors too and just saying, hey, put an end to this mess, because we're not going to have our rights denied us, because under the Constitution, states have the right to self-governance, where if laws they create are a benefit to their people in their boundaries and anybody else that comes to work there, well then they can preempt federal law to a point at least, and this being one of them. Well, if the Denham Amendment gets pushed through, then that's what's going to happen. That will get denied. The state will be denied the right to do that, to protect workers, which is a state's responsibility. It's pretty bad when an organization like the ATA will take the wording, change things around, and keep on trying to push to have this happen, something as negative as this toward drivers, to end up happening. It's not right, and we need to do our best to get out there and get the word out and get those that you know. I mean, not just truck drivers only, but your families, your friends that support you, people that support truckers. They need to take a step, because in the long run, I think this is really, if it gets pushed through, it's going to be showing a really negative effect across the country that could have a ripple effect, and not just affect drivers, but anybody that comes across a state line to work in another state could be affected. So keep your eyes open. Right now the ATA has changed the wording on the titling of it because of a law that took effect and was supported by California State Supreme Court regarding meals and rest breaks. Well, in that meals and rest breaks, it included and said that those employers are to pay their people for the work they do, not just for the miles they drive. So the ATA is trying to fight that. If they can get it through, then that'll kill California's law, or it could. And I think there would be a battle up in California for that. So we can't let it happen anywhere else in this country. I mean, 2015, they tried to put it through in the Federal Aviation Administration Authorization Act, and initially in the Surface Transportation Act. So, well, now this year they're doing it in the Federal Aviation Act. And the THUD bill. It's got to be defeated. It's got to be stopped. And the best thing I can recommend, and if you look for Les Willis's comments, he put it real good. But it needs to be defeated. You need to tell your reps that this law and any similar wording that comes through, to look for the wording in this, This needs to be stopped and ended at the nub, right here, right now, and not be able to come through any further beyond this, even on into the future. This has got to be stopped, and the ATA has sworn that they're going to fight to get this through, even if it takes going so far as to write a standalone bill. And believe you me, they're going to try. They're going to try real hard to make this happen. So it's up to us. I mean, we got to fight. So good luck. Outside of that, if you're a driver, be out there, be safe, watch out for each other, take care of each other, and be safe on the road. God bless y'all, and call your reps, call your congressman, your senator, your governor's office, email them, Google them up. You can find the email address, phone numbers, everything you need. Send a letter to them if you think you need to. But make it plain and clear that this needs to be stopped. So, till next time, take care.